Now in today's video, I'm going to be tackling limiters. A limiter is something that is so commonly misunderstood and really horribly misused on some tracks, especially by beginners. So I'm going to clear up exactly what limiters do and exactly how you should and shouldn't be using them. That's all coming up. Hi there guys, it's John Holt here with The Audio Journey, helping make music production accessible to all. And this week's video was actually recommended by a friend of mine, Chris Pavey, who runs his own mastering company, Chris Pavey Mastering. So be sure to check that out. He's also given us an exclusive offer for The Audio Journey listeners, so make sure you stay till the end to check out that offer. So what is a limiter? Well, in basic terms, it's just a really extreme compressor. Now a compressor, as you may remember from our previous video, which I'll link up on the YouTube card, is something that we use to control the dynamic range or the difference in volume in a recording, like a vocal, for example. If the vocal's got some really quiet bits and some really loud bits, we can even that out by using a compressor. The way you do that is you set a threshold, and if the volume goes over that threshold, it's reduced a little bit by a ratio that you set so that you can control the louder parts, and then you apply makeup gain or a little bit of extra volume to get the quieter parts up to the same level. A limiter uses kind of the same idea, except when the volume hits the threshold, it can't pass any further. Now, as I mentioned at the start, limiters are often really misused by beginners, and myself included. I'm guilty of some horrendous limiting mistakes. So what I'm going to do is give you some rules of thumb to follow when you're using a limiter to make sure that you don't make those same mistakes.
Okay, so welcome to Logic Pro X. What I've done here for you is I've dug out an old track that I mixed about a year and a half ago, and what I'm going to do is show you how I'm going to use a limiter on this track. So limiters are used at the stage of mastering, and that stage comes when you've mixed all the elements in your track, you've got all the volumes right for the drums, the guitar, whatever's in your track, you've balanced it all out, used EQ, compression, reverb and whatnot, and you've got the track sounding how you want it to sound. You then export the track, and then you have it just as an audio file like I've got this song here. When using a limiter, you've got two main aims, and that's raise the overall volume of the track. So if you listen to an unmastered track compared to a mastered track, the unmastered one is going to sound much quieter. And secondly, we want to stop those loud peaks from coming through, which I mentioned in the intro, which can do damage to your hearing and to expensive sound systems, which can land you with a hefty bill, which is never good. So I've got a limiter, the Pro L by FabFilter, which is one of the best about at the moment. You can check out FabFilter in the description below this video, but the one that comes with Logic or Ableton or whatever will do exactly the same job, so don't worry if this isn't one that you want to go out and buy. But what I'm also going to do is pull up a level meter, which is just sort of an accurate kind of level meter that we can use while we're using this limiter to track sort of how loud we're making the track. So without this limiter activated, let's have a look at these values over here. So we've got peak and RMS. Peak is like the highest value that it gets to, and RMS is just average. So what we want to do is take a sort of reading of these, and we can see what that is at the moment. We want to get the average up to about -10. The way that we're going to do that is we're going to add gain with the limiter, but the limiter has a threshold of 0 dB, and when volume goes above that, it's simply not allowed to pass above that volume. So I'm going to give you a demonstration of that now. So you'll hear now that the track is much louder than before.
How many times do I have to tell you it's not safe for us to stay? How many times do I have to beg you? Let's go away.
So in basic terms, once you get right to the end of the production stage, once you've mixed your song and you're at the end of the mastering stage, you're going to apply a limiter so that you can turn the volume of your track up without causing it to clip.
So guys, I hope you found this video useful, and if you did, then please do leave a like. It really does mean a lot to me, and it gives me an idea of what kind of content you're liking and what to make in the future. And if you've got any questions about this video, then please do leave them in the comments below, or you can get in touch with me via any of the links in the description below also. Now here on the Audio Journey, I make specific tutorials for beginners that are starting out music production. So if that's something that you'd be interested in, then definitely consider subscribing just up here. And also you can check out some of my other content just up here. Now I've been John Holt with the Audio Journey, and I hope to see you again soon. Now take care.